So once you log into Edublogs, you're going to come to your dashboard, and I'm going to walk you through how I would go about making a new website for your class. So I'm going to go to create a new site. Okay, so once I have that, I go and I just pick a site. You're going to want to try to keep this as short and as relevant to your class as possible. Something that's going to be easy for your students. I'm going to pick something ridiculous because this is just an example. So this is my other example class website. Do not choose a name that's this long. Try to make it a little bit shorter. This blog title I can always change later. Obviously this is going to be a teacher one, and then it just makes sure that you're human and not a robot. So alright, so the first thing it's going to ask us to do is to choose our theme. The theme is going to determine what our class blog is going to look like, and it's actually very important to choose a good theme for a class blog. You have to remember why you're building this. Your class blog is not to impress other people, it's not to showcase your class to the world. Your class website is for your parents and your students. Is to give them information about your class quickly and easily. So we have to keep that in mind as we build this and as we design it. One thing I always do when I get to these categories is I go to mobile friendly. I want to make sure that if a parent or student checks in on the website using their phone or a tablet, that it's still going to look good and be easy to navigate. So now that I've got mobile friendly, the things I start looking for is, does it have a clear title? Does it have fonts that are easy to read? Does it have well-organized pages? And does it not look too cluttered? I want to keep things simple. So looking at this, here's something that I would stay away from. One, it's for pro only, and you'd have to pay to use this one. But the other thing I'm noticing is this has way too much stuff. It looks real pretty. It's got nice colors and lots of pictures, but I don't need my class website to look pretty. I need it to be useful. I need it to have everything presented clearly. That's what I'm going to look for. Something like this would be much more useful. It's got a nice big title. I can see the pages really easily. It's got nice contrast, and the fonts look clear and easy to use as well. So let's look through here. This is one I've used before, and this is the typical one I like to use for my class websites on Edublogs, so I'm going to choose this one. Okay, so now I've got my theme selected, so I can actually go to visit my site and take a look at it. Alright, so far I'm happy with this. It's got a nice big title right here. The fonts are easy to understand. I know that if I was a parent coming to this page, I would immediately know this is a class website, and I'd know the title. And I can see the different pages here. So this page we land on is the class blog. This is what you can use for your newsletters. So anytime you want to update this for parents to see, I could just go up here and go to new post. And so let's post, let's call this is my first post. And then I'll just put in here example post just so that you can see. And then I go over here to publish. So if I wanted to publish a newsletter or a note to parents, anything like that, I would come to a new post just like I did there. Then I can go to view post. And now this is what it would look like when parents first came to see the page. They would see, this is my first post, and any information I wanted them to know. So as I'm looking at this, it looks still a little bit cluttered. I've got all this stuff over here, recent posts, recent comments, archives, categories. I don't need all that there. Now in Edublogs, what this is called is a sidebar. So this is like your main page over here, and then this is your sidebar. And all these little things in here are called widgets. So if I want to edit those, I can go up to right here and then down to widgets. So again, here's my sidebar, and these are all the widgets I have there. Now, search bar, I want that. I don't think the parents need to see recent posts. I don't think they care about recent comments. I'm not even sure they care about archives. Usually the only two things I leave over there are the search bar and the categories. So let's go back to my my website now and see what it looks like. Alright, so I've cleaned this up quite a bit. Now it's a little bit clearer. And the last thing I want to do is to set up my pages. Now, these are the pages right here. So if I'm a parent coming to a class website, the first thing I'd look for probably is the newsletter, which again you have covered on your blog page. But there's also some other things I might look for, like a calendar, maybe just some basic class information, maybe spelling words or vocab words and stuff like that. And that's where you can use the pages for. So let's go up here to New and Page. So let's say I add a page for class info. And on here, this is where you would add information about your class. Like, for example, maybe you want to put on there your homework policy or something like that, or your class schedule, or any other just basic information about your class. Once you have it the way you like it, you can go over here to Publish. And once this pops up, I know that it's published. I can go to View the Page. So now notice that this has changed up here. Now when a parent comes, they're going to see these pages, and if they want to find class information, they can just click on this. You can add as many of these pages as you need to. I would try to keep it to as few as possible. Your basic pages are, of course, your calendar page, class information, spelling words, vocabulary words, and any others that you'd like to include, but those are going to be your basics. And of course, you can always go back at any time and edit those pages or update them as well.